Hi, my name is Sarah Alderson, and I am the author of Hunting Lila, Losing Lila, Fated, Out of Control, and The Sound, which I know is back to front on this video. It's actually out in the US tomorrow, the 13th of May 2014. And it's a story about an English girl who nannies in Nantucket for the summer and gets caught up in um, a little bit of danger concerning the private school kids who she's hanging out partying with, and there's a serial killer on the loose, and a local bad boy called Jesse, who she kind of has the hots for. Anyway, it's actually based a little bit on my own experiences of nannying in Nantucket when I was 17, which was one of the best times of my life. Although I didn't come across any serial killers, I definitely had a lot of the experiences that Ren did with just coming to terms with the difference between America and the UK, and not being understood, and my sarcasm not being understood, and having to drive on the right hand side of the road. Just little things like that which have made it into the book. Unfortunately, I didn't have a romance with someone as hot as Jessie, although he did have a pretty cute holiday romance, but best forget about that one. Anyway, this is chapter 10, a little way into the book. Ren, who's my main character, is on the beach with a girl called Sophie who she's met, and Sophie has gone to take her to look at something further down the beach. Half an hour later, it's like the episode of Gossip Girl I've been inhabiting for the last 3 days has been taken over by the writers of The Killing, or CSI Miami. Sophie is standing next to me by the water's edge. She's led me on a walk down the beach to show me something cool. "And this is where they found her," she says, pointing. I stare at the sand, the water lapping it as though trying to wash away any last traces of blood that might remain, even though it was over a year ago since it happened. Here, I ask. "Yeah," Sophie says, nodding. "This is where they found the body." I continue to stare at the sand. "She was murdered?" "Yes," Sophie answers. "Did they find out who did it?" She shakes her head once. "Nope." I swallow the lump of freak out that's wedged in my throat. "She was some girl who was nannying. She was just here for the summer." At first, I think Sophie is joking. "Ah ha ha ha," I say to her. Then I see the expression on her face is totally serious, and I stop laughing. She's staring with great sympathy at the sand. "Oh, great," I think to myself as the lump of freak out gets exponentially bigger. Sophie looks up startled then, her hand flying to her mouth. "Oh, sorry, I don't think there's a serial killer or anything going around the island killing nannies for entertainment. But maybe for some sick, twisted other agenda." I almost jump out of my skin. Matt has come up behind us. He wraps his arms around Sophie's waist. She bonks him on the arm. "Matt!" He bites her neck. "Get off me," she screams, but she's giggling. I shift awkwardly and step backward. It feels wrong to be gossiping, giggling, and kissing on the spot where a poor dead girl was found floating face down in the surf. But the thought reminds me of what Brody told me when I first arrived, about the sound, and people dying there all the time. I stare at the ocean for a while before turning back to Sophie. "How did she die?" I ask. "She was strangled," Matt answers, his hands snaking around Sophie's neck and plate squeezing. She pushes him off, still laughing. "God, that's awful," I say, my hands wrapping instinctively around my own neck. We start trudging back across the sand toward the others. This part of the beach is almost deserted, as if out of some unspoken rule among beachgoers to leave any ghost undisturbed. Sand dunes roll away in the distance, and it's fringed with thick woods. I shiver despite the sun beating down on me. It's a lonely place to die. I wish Sophie hadn't taken me there. I don't want to disturb ghosts. I glance ahead at the packed beach, children digging sandcastles in the sand, people slathering on sunscreen and messing around with boogie boards in the waves. It's hard to reconcile this whole scene with the image that's now in my head of Nantucket, Murder Central. Anyway, that's from a little way into the book. I hope you pick up a copy. Like I said, it's out tomorrow in the US, which I'm very excited about because it's my first US book. And it's even in hardback. So delicious. It smells really good. So yes, hopefully it won't be my last. Oh, actually, I know it's not my last book in the US because my next one, Out of Control, is coming out there next year. But please do pick up a copy and tell all your friends. And if you haven't yet checked out the trailer, please do. It's on my YouTube channel. And it's, even though we shot it in Nantucket, I mean not in Nantucket, in Bali, trying to fake Nantucket, which was quite tricky. It's worth checking out. It's only a minute and a half long, and we have a seriously cute boy in it with a very, very nicely ripped six-pack, just for your viewing pleasure. We oiled it down, smothered him in grime. It was a very fun film shoot. So please take a look at that and spread the word. I'm doing a giveaway on Goodreads at the moment and also over on Facebook. So yeah, thank you. Bye.